perfect short-term rental would look something like this. An Airbnb that cash flows, let's say $30,000 per year, that you put almost zero money down into the deal, that gave you $1 million in bonus depreciation if it were $1 million home. Well, a property like that is going to be completely unrealistic. Here are 3 criteria you should actually use to figure out if an Airbnb is going to be a good deal. The first metric, and all of these have to do with the number 10, is looking for a 10% ratio of gross annual revenue to the purchase price. So for example, if you're looking at $1 million home, you want to see that the home can do at least $100,000 per year in gross annual income. Now, this number is a ratio that we've uncovered, which basically means regardless of area, property type, loan type, seller financing, whatever, we know that if a home meets this criteria of 10% revenue to the purchase price, it's going to cash flow positive. The second metric that you want to look at is the total entry into the deal. And again, you want to keep that beneath 10%. So the rule of 10. On $1 million home, you'd want to look at a property that is close to $80,000 to $90,000 down, so about 8 to 9% down, plus no more than 1.5% to 2.5% closing costs, which you can always find on a seller finance deal. And the third item, and this is a little more advanced, the item you want to look at is a cash-on-cash return. This is where you're getting much more granular, taking that $100,000 value of what the home can actually gross over a 12-month period, and then reverse engineering what are the expenses likely going to be. On most homes in that range, you're probably going to get somewhere close to $85,000 to $90,000 in total annual expenses all in every single year, which means it's going to net about $10,000 per year. You want to take the cash-on-cash metric, which is basically what is the net cash flow, that $10,000, divided by your total entry into the deal, and you also want to keep that right at or above 10%. So to recap, 3 reasonable metrics for what makes a good deal good. Number 1, gross revenue for 12 months. 2, purchase price. You want to keep that at or above 10%. The second is the total entry into the deal. You want to keep it right at or beneath 10% if possible. And then the third item, which is the most advanced to underwrite, cash-on-cash return. If I put $100,000 into the deal at the day of closing, I want to make at least $10,000 in net free cash flow in the last 12 months. 10,000 to 100,000, that's a 10% ratio. I want to stay at or above 10%.